Siev is so slow. Right. Hi, Simpsons fan 101. And I'm just about to start the stream. Give me a second. I just need to get my friends on here. Sorry this stream is starting so late. I've had a extremely rough day. Okay, I'm just about to initiate the Facebook call. Simpsons fan 101, did you watch the Nintendo Direct? What did you think? By the way, yes, I have my fan turned on. It's literally like 90 something degrees out there, and it is extremely roasting in here. So, yeah, I know it's kind of, I guess you could say, taboo to have. Oh, hold on, I have to get the sound recording. Uh-oh. I'm having trouble hearing Ross. Ross, are you there? Oh,
Yeah?
there you go. Yeah, there you are, Ross. Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Here, let me do some adjusting here.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering, I'd like to go to his house in about like, maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So, yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah, let's just try to keep it relatively short. Is that okay? Just
Okay.
30
Okay.
minutes, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, not
Well,
like 40 or an hour, yeah.
alrighty then. So let me actually get the list of games out. I'm a little concerned that Patrick might not be able to join us, but I think he'll just have to if he does come on, we'll just have to catch up. But anyway, starting off, well, you want to actually talk about the Smash characters first, because I saw you were posting about Banjo Kazooie earlier, Ross.
Hold on.
Oh, is he getting merch again?
Okay. So, I'm pretty excited about Banjo-Kazooie.
That 0 and 64 copy right there.
Yeah, I've had it since I was 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Played it, never finished it, but I still love the series. Even though it's not
Nice.
really that big of a series because it's like only what 4 games, just Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, no 5 games. The Banjo racing game, and then there's like a Banjo-Kazooie on the Nintendo DS.
Mm-hmm.
After that, there's Banjo Nuts and Bolts on the Xbox 360. Then after that, nothing. So Microsoft, real. If you ever watched this video for some reason, what the heck? Port the series to the Switch.
Yeah.
We need that. And I know they already put Banjo-Kazooie on Rail Replay, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I need to check up on that. But we need a Banjo-Kazooie game on the Switch. Because if he could appear in Smash, then yeah. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe Banjo 3, like the third Banjo game. No Carlos, please. Even Ukulele got onto the Switch before Banjo Kazooie game. So what the heck?
Yeah, it's
So
definitely.
yeah, man, I miss Banjo Kazooie. Yeah, a lot of people do. Which was it's a nice surprise. Like I saw in the Twitch chat, like just for the first Smash reveal when they revealed the hero from the Dragon Quest games.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, what is this Japanese garbage? We get that out of here. We don't want Japanese games. We don't want just another sword fighter. We don't want like we already got like all these Fire Emblem characters and Link and definitely not Ganondorf. Uh, but yeah, it's like and I recall Sakurai saying that that will only reveal one character
Hmm.
just in the direct. So during like the whole like even just redoing the whole that reveal trailer
Hmm.
where it was honestly like a follow up to that King K. Rule
Hmm.
trailer. Well, like at first I thought like, oh, how come they're replaying the same trailer again? And then I saw King K. Rule just like chilling with Donkey Kong and Diddy.
Hmm.
And then I thought, oh, they're gonna announce like I don't know Dixie Kong or like Cool Kong or just Grumpy Kong. And then that
And
Jiggly piece bounced by, and that's when like I and everyone knew what they were gonna do.
yeah.
Even despite the duck hunt, despite that the stupid ass dog's fake out.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I still knew that he was coming, and yeah, I could barely care about Joker and the Dragon Quest hero, but Banjo-Kazooie, yeah, I'm real considering buying the Super Smash Brothers Fighter Pass because of it. I
Oh,
mean, I like
hey.
Joker and all.
Dang.
I played in I played and finished Persona 5, but
Hmm.
uh yeah, though I'm just maybe gonna wait a bit more because if they could get Banjo-Kazooie into Smash, like some people for some reason want Doom Guy from Doom, Steve from Minecraft, and or Master Chief for some reason. I don't know why.
Nah, I mean, I
But
kind
I'm
of
guessing they
think,
just want
like, is it
I'm guessing they want like
because.
more representation from like characters from a Western series because uh I know Rare like they developed they made like Diddy Kong and King K. Rule, but they were still part of like that Japanese series despite they originally appeared in Western made games. But Banjo Kazooie is from a Western made series. So and they're the first ever characters from a Western made series appearing in Smash. So that's interesting. So what were you saying, Bobby?
No, like, I was just about to say maybe they want a Doom guy because Doom is on the Switch and Doom Eternal is
Mhm.
coming. And as for Master Chief, you know, there are those rumblings that Microsoft and Nintendo are starting to get kind of cozy together, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there were rumors about an Xbox Game Pass on the Switch, and I don't know if that's ever gonna come to fruition. That just seems kind of weird to me.
I mean, if that were to come true, I honestly thought that would be awesome. But as of right now, it sounds
Yeah.
like it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah, man, what else to talk about Smash? So yeah, they're
One of my
coming out in
commenters.
like hmm?
I was just about to say one of my commenters, the Simpsons fan 101, says thank Rare and Microsoft for bringing Banjo and Kazooie to Smash Brothers Ultimate.
I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. When they did the first Smash reveal and Link was fighting in the forest,
Hmm.
I genuinely thought for at least like 30 seconds that Steve from Minecraft was gonna show up because it was in the forest.
Hmm.
And and then the like if they showed it just a blocky horse, yeah, I would just know. But then the horse had like way more polygons, so then I was like, okay, I don't know what to expect. I don't because I never played Dragon Quest, but I heard a lot of good things about it. Like they made what 9 games out of it.
Now they're on their
So
11th.
oh yeah, 11 games. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. And now I mean, have you ever played Dragon Quest, Bobby?
Nah, never played a
Mm,
Dragon Quest game.
okay. Yeah, neither have I. I mean, yeah, heard a lot of good things about it, and of course the art style is made by Akira Toriyama, the guy who also made.
Hold on a second.
Maybe this also okay, like because I said the artist name, now I
Mhm.
suddenly got like this thought about just like about how everyone also wanted another Akira Toriyama's creation into Smash. Do you know what I'm leading into, Bobby? Do you know what I'm leading into? No?
No. What?
Goku.
What?
Goku in Smash.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely
but I
remember
think
the. er,
yeah, the whole like memes or whatever about it. Or
Mm-hmm.
people just wanting Shrek for some reason, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, even the oh
Yeah. No, I gotta grab something. But anyway, go on.
yeah, even the whole the inclusion of like the Dragon Quest hero and also just the Dragon Quest game coming out soon. Yeah, like I said before, it just makes me wish that with Banjo-Kazooie coming into Smash,
Mm-hmm.
and we have like this new generation of players usually like coming in, they might not know who Banjo-Kazooie is. So I think it would be a nice time to like maybe remaster Banjo-Kazooie or just like remake it just for the new generation of people. Like like in a style similar to say Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they announced Spyro to the port coming, which I was waiting for. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they could easily just remake the games. Because yeah, it just makes sense, and hopefully it is. Yeah, hopefully it is coming because yeah, when they announced Joker coming to Smash, they the Persona made by the Dynasty Warriors team. They announced that like later, which was well, it's interesting, I guess. I
Yeah,
mean, it's better than dancing game, I guess.
I guess, but still,
But
I
yeah,
think they could have brought Persona 5 to the Switch.
yeah, because Persona 5 is on the PS3 too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they have that infrastructure, and plus, okay, now we shift the topics into the Nintendo announcements.
Yes.
Um, other than just like Smash, now done with Smash now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, Dragon Quest 2, yeah, they announced. I'd say it's like just before what I'm gonna go off on, uh, just as a summary of like what I'm gonna say. This is Nintendo won this E3. Like I've seen all the press conferences, um, and okay, I said this on my Twitter. Um, the like for every E3, for every E3 press conference, if I say oh snap, and of course I don't say snap, I say shit,
Yeah.
or or if I say what like really loud,
Mm-hmm.
like the amount of times I say those words, that means the press conference is really good.
You were
I've
surprised.
only said what. Yeah. I was only surprised once, and one other, and just another press conference, which was the Xbox press conference with the Keanu Reeves reveal.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like only one time. With Nintendo, it was a couple times like the Smash Brothers reveal was Banjo-Kazooie, the Spyro coming over to the Switch,
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil 5 and 6 coming over to the Switch,
Yeah, that
which
definitely
were
all.
kind of obvious, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I had to buy Resident Evil 5 again for like the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I had the game on Xbox 360 and PC and Xbox One. Now I'm buying it again because it has a good co-op mode in it that I really like, and now I get to play it on the go. And yeah, for Spiral, yeah, it's also pretty good. And yeah, the other time I was surprised was yeah, Banjo-Kazooie,
Right.
and the announcement following that, following Banjo-Kazooie, the other announcement, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, I
Um,
think so. Well,
yeah,
like you
and,
said, we'll try to go as quickly as we can. Like I
yeah,
wanted
yeah, yeah,
to, yeah, I wanted to focus this mainly on like the Nintendo first party games, just because I think we have quite a bit to say on those. I personally don't have too much to say about Banjo Kazooie and the Dragon Quest Hero. I'm just
Mm,
like, yeah, okay, cool. But anyway, what did you
yeah.
think of Luigi's Mansion 3? Like what they showed?
They should really just call it Luigi's Hotel because it's not in a mansion at all. Like. Okay. I get that the second game kind of like Luigi goes through multiple mansions, so they don't,
Mm-hmm.
so they already done that idea.
Yeah.
But just Luigi's Mansion 3 set in a hotel just got me kind of like, hmm, okay, I guess. But beyond that, I was surprised of the idea of a co-op mode, just
Mm-hmm.
a optional co-op where you play as a gooey Luigi,
Guigi.
who is yeah, who is weak to like water mainly,
Yes.
but he's sometimes required to like to pass by certain areas
Mm-hmm.
for like the extra power and whatnot. So yeah, having co-op mode is like yeah, um, and I'm not surprised by it because Nintendo tend to do co-op modes. Because like since I guess Super Mario Galaxy, the like co-op mode we just control like the player and you get to collect the star bits, I guess.
Yeah, I
And
remember
now this
that.
one, yeah. And now this one's like it's a lot better now with Luigi's Mansion 3 because you could actually get to catch ghosts with Luigi.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and there's also like the return of the multiplayer mode from the Luigi's Mansion 2, where you catch ghosts with like three other Luigis. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, I'm just expecting more of the same from this. Just you play as Luigi and you have to like go rescue your like the, the Mario cameos of Mario,
Yeah.
Peach, Toad, and yeah, Toadette, I guess.
Well,
And yeah, I'm just expecting more of the same, which yeah, it's fine. I'm
yeah.
just hoping that there's some amiibo inclusions, or just we get to use the amiibos, like I don't know, scan the Mario Universe amiibo, and we get like I don't know something. I hope
Mm-hmm.
like like you play Super Mario Odyssey, I think,
Oh yeah, I have that game.
and you use the do you have the Mario like do you have one of these?
Not that specifically, but I do know you can use Amiibo. I think to like help you find the Power Moons.
Yeah. Not parameters, but they're essentially cheat codes in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think this one gives you invulnerability in the peak, and this one gives you like full hearts, I
Mm-hmm.
I guess, and plus like more hearts. So so for Luigi's Mansion 3, yeah, I just want more amiibo functionality. But even then, like Super Mario Maker 2 won't have any amiibo functionality, unlike the
Mm.
first game. So I'm guessing like amiibo is like dying right now. I mean,
Eh.
there's I mean, yeah. Now we shift over the topic over to like the next um the upcoming Zelda game that's coming out in September. Where yeah, they
The Link's
which looks
Awakening
really
remake.
interesting. Yeah. It looks
Mm-hmm.
really interesting. Looks nice and cute.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not buying it at full price. I mean, I want to get it, but I'm not gonna buy it at full price. Just doesn't seem like a full price game to me.
I see.
Um, yeah, but it's interesting to see like the aesthetic and also the the dungeon creation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's also like a Link amiibo coming like releasing alongside with the game where you get to fight a Dark Link mini boss.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's interesting. But otherwise it's the most inoffensive Zelda game that it feels like the appetizer to the next mainline Zelda game. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Yeah.
Yes, I saw. Yeah, at the very end, the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yeah. That is the best surprise it could give out because you know how every single game company or like this they like to save the best for last.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, a Breath of the Wild direct sequel, is something I never knew I wanted until now because it just makes so much sense to have because they already have this world and they already have like the mechanics of it so yeah, why not?
Yeah, of course.
I wish they would do that for Super Mario Odyssey. Just give out more levels for it, but oh well.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
yeah, for Breath of the Wild, yeah, it feels like people are saying like, oh, it might be like a Majora's Mask, where they still keep the mechanics, they still keep like some of the graphics, but they make the tone a bit darker.
mm-hmm.
But it's like it feels marginally better in a way. Like they improve on some mechanics. I just hope that the Breath of the Wild sequel isn't just like time based, unlike Breath of the Wild or Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns, because I just hate that.
I
I just
see.
want to explore the world at my leisure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The time mechanics, like you have a limited time until you have to like go back in time. Like you got to play the song to go back in time and
I
just like
think
do a
I get what
reset.
you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Majora's Mask. It's okay. I don't want to get up to get the game again. Um, and yeah, let's see, what other games they
What other
announced? I'm
games?
trying to remember. I mean,
Like what's
there's
that?
some third-party games that have been announced, and
Do you have much to say
yeah,
about the Witcher 3 coming to Switch?
not really. Like, let me just say this for the entire press conference.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice that they show actual gameplay footage rather
Mm-hmm.
than just like a CGI trailer. With The Witcher 3, thank goodness they did not show like any CGI trailer. They show like actual gameplay, possibly running on a Switch, because The Witcher 3's like the footage that they showed looked terrible. And I say that in like the best way possible
Mm-hmm.
because because that's how I know it's on the Switch. If it looks downgraded from like the PlayStation and Xbox and PC.
Yeah,
And I am generally excited for it too.
yeah.
Which
I mean, some of these the current gen games coming to Switch look okay, like Doom and Wolfenstein 2 look fine. And then, funny enough, I actually just got Mortal Kombat 11, which was actually a birthday present thanks to my sis, and I'm enjoying the game, but that's a perfect example where you could tell they really downgraded the game because it's kind of pixelated and the
yeah,
textures look very low res.
yeah, and I have the game on PlayStation
Mhm.
and yeah, I looked up the comparison video online, and yeah, that game looks rough.
Yeah, even for my
I'm not
taste.
I'm fine. It's understandable why, but it doesn't make
Mhm.
it any less better. With The Witcher 3, um, the developers did confirm like what resolution it'll run on.
Mhm.
Uh, like in docked mode, it'll run on 720p at 30 frames per
Okay. And oh, did we lose Ross? Ross, are you there?
second. I think that's the general aim. Let me look it up. It'll run at like I think 2240p. Uh,
240p?
let's
Like
see. Yeah,
in
I'm just looking up on Twitter right now. 240, yeah.
ouch. Wait, let
But
me
yeah,
double check that. Wait,
it's
who wait, is it
it's
CD Project
it's
Red?
understandable. Yeah, CD Projekt Red on Twitter. They replied to someone. Of course, there's always the Witcher Twitter, which I'm pretty sure that's more reliable.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
the
see
game
what
is
you mean.
roughly 32 gigabytes. Oh no, 540p handheld,
Oh, yeah.
720p with dynamic resolution enabled on screen.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
cuz
according to the Twitter account.
mhm.
And yeah, judging by the game, it looks okay. Yeah, I played and finished The Witcher 3, but I'm not gonna like The Witcher 3 is one of those games where it's like it has way too much stuff
Mhm.
than opposed to games that has way too little. So yeah, The Witcher 3 is like crazy huge. I wouldn't be surprised if you people had like download it just to like install it, similar
Yeah.
to what other games have to do.
Yeah, it'll probably be one of those games where it says on the box you're going to need an additional micro SD card to play the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Which
It'll be
sucks but
insane,
can be
but
done.
it'll be worth it, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, but hmm.
Hmm.
Now I'm thinking if they could get The Witcher 3 running on a Switch, I'm
Mhm.
wondering if they can get Cyberpunk 2077 on it. I mean,
Ooh.
I don't know about that. That game just seems way more intensive, but you never know. Like we didn't know that Witcher 3 was coming to the Switch.
Mhm.
I mean, I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, no.
And
I
yeah,
mean,
of course, yeah, and okay, I just want to shift the topic to just other game announcements.
mhm.
Um, So yeah, the likes of like Alien Isolation did not expect that. Spyro, everyone expected Spyro. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see what else.
Animal
Man,
Crossing.
I'm forgetting like most gameplay footage of Animal Crossing is a bit like expected in a way
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't show any yet. Um, they even show like some more gameplay footage in the treehouse like after the stream, but otherwise I'm just expecting like more of the same for Animal Crossing. Like you're on an island now, and but you still have to pay that dickwad Tom Nook just like pay off the loans.
Yeah, sorry. There's somebody on
So
Twitter
yeah,
who is like, "Oh, but I like Tom Nook," and I think it was like, I think I know the Twitter user, and much respect to you, but at the same time, that I was literally in that guy's debt in Animal Crossing for the GameCube, so it's just like,
yeah, it's like oh yeah, pay me off. I'm like, why do I
mm-hmm,
have to?
mm-hmm,
But it's cool that you finally get to build your own town and on the island that you're
mm-hmm,
stranded in,
yeah.
and you can't really build a boat to escape the island, but whatever. So yeah, Animal Crossing, yeah, as expected. Uh, let's see. There's also like they announced some Japanese games. I'm not too big into the Japanese games like Astral Chain or Daemon X Machina or Collection of Mana. And then,
Yeah.
but Contra, like the Konami is actually making a new game. Unfortunately, the game Contra Rogue Corps looks a lot like a PS2 era game. It
Eh.
just looks really terrible. Like the art style is all over the place. And yeah, those new oh yeah, No More Heroes 3. That's a nice surprise. Um, well, no, not much of a nice surprise. It was kind of expected because like people always wanted another new normal heroes, and Suda 51 did confirm that there was a new game coming out,
Yes.
and the game that came out before that, the normal heroes mini game collection or whatever. Yeah, that's it feels like that was also an appetizer to like help fund No More Heroes 3. Similar to like what Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes did for the Phantom Pain.
I
Let's
see.
see what else. Yeah.
Um.
Other Japanese games like Oninaki or like Sega 4 or The Last Remnant. Yeah, I'm not too well versed in that, so I don't really have much opinions on it.
Yeah. Yeah. What
Yeah.
about Panzer Dragoon, the remake?
Yeah, like I said, no, I'm not like too familiar with it. Though, like I said, this Nintendo wasn't kidding when they said they have some everything for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, of course they have like the mixture of like something for the Japanese audience, or like the people who love the Japanese games, and they also have the games for people who love Western games.
Yes.
So yeah, like I said like several minutes ago, about how when he showed off the Dragon Quest Hero first for Smash Brothers, people were just upset.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it showed off the Banjo-Kazooie character, then people got excited. So that's like a huge discernible difference
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
between like viewers. Um, but still, yeah. By the end of the day, there's always something for everyone, especially for the Switch. And it's nice that Nintendo actually showed gameplay footage because Nintendo isn't really they don't have like another console coming out anytime soon. Maybe next year because or the year after that. But now it's like they're just focused on just like games that's coming out maybe around September to November and also in March 2020.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's also like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. They announced like some new characters and a season pass, which it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I guess so. It's all right. Yeah, I plan to get it soon. And there's also like Best Buy. They're doing the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 demos just around the nation. So
Mm-hmm.
there's like one tomorrow at a Best Buy, so I want to get in on that, just try out the game and see if I want to buy it at full price.
I see. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, but otherwise, uh, it's the best E3 presentation that they did this year, but I want to consider it like the best E3 presentation they did all time. because
Yeah, not quite.
because most of the games is like it's not really like they got like how many first party games that like that's sort of a surprise as like a gameplay reveal. I think it's like at least maybe Luigi's Mansion 3 and Animal Crossing. And there's like the several other surprises like yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, the Dragon Quest guy, and the Breath of the Wild 2 remake.
Hmm.
But yeah, other than that, it's an inoffensive press conference, and yeah, Nintendo won E3, but they didn't. But overall, E3, it's like they won E3 because my expectations have been significantly lowered, like after each press conference.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm like sort of excited and like just seeing all these actual gameplay footage from Nintendo. And I feel like moving forward, that's what every company needs to do. Just like show gameplay footage just in your press conference, because I'm not gonna like after the stream, I'm not gonna go out and just like look up your gameplay that you do like later on after the stream or so.
Hmm.
But yeah, I am exhausted of all these topics. So yeah, Bobby, what do you have to say?
I mean, I think I'll talk more like, even when you take off, but I wouldn't say this was like Nintendo's best E3 ever. And I've only seen a few of the
Yeah,
conferences. I've seen Stadia and I've seen Bethesda. We watched the Bethesda one together. But yeah, at
yeah.
least between the three, I would say Nintendo's was probably, I would say, the most wholesome of the three in terms of satisfying as many people as possible.
hmm Yeah, like they have the hardcore games, they have the kiddie games, they have the Japanese games, and they have the Western action games and whatever.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's like, and for some reason they focus a little bit on TV, on like an upcoming Jim Henson TV show that's coming to Netflix. That for some reason is also having like a video game too coming out. And speaking of Netflix, Nintendo, how come it's on? How come it's not on the Switch yet?
Yeah,
What
there's
the heck?
Hulu and YouTube.
Yeah.
Netflix should be next.
Yeah, it's so strange. Not even Amazon Prime Video too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, anyways, yeah, yeah, it's inoffensive in a way.
Hmm.
Um, like, well, Bobby, what do you like before you watch the direct? Like, what did you expect to see from from the direct, but didn't like come to fruition? Didn't like turn out to be true or anything?
Like, I don't know, like I mainly just had a bunch of like crapshoot ideas. Like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if they brought a WarioWare game or like a Mario Kart that's actually meant for the Switch, not just a port from the Wii U. Like it was that sort
Hmm
of thing. So I'm not like disappointed those didn't turn out. I mean, the games they already showed, there was already a lot of games they showed off. So I think that, kind of, I mean, once again, they were just kind of like crapshoot ideas, so I wasn't expecting them to come true. So, but I thought the
Yeah.
amount they did show was, more than enough to make up for it.
Mhm. Yeah, that sounds fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I expected like something more for the Nintendo Switch Online membership, or
Yes, that
something
was
like
something.
yeah, or something like how Ubisoft announced like their own like subscription service,
Mm-hmm.
and Microsoft is like double dipping a bit more into their own subscription service for Xbox Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that maybe Nintendo would have something for maybe Nintendo Switch games and not just NES games or something. Or maybe actually have like, Nintendo 64 games coming to the Switch. Like that's what people want. But yeah,
Yeah.
by the end of the day, it's just
Nope.
yeah,
Aside from
yeah, whatever.
the three Secret of Mana games,
Yeah,
not much else to say. And even then, those are like,
yeah.
aren't those like eShop games? They're not even technically part of the
Y-
service.
Yeah. It's just pretty much you have to like straight up buy it, which is
Mm-hmm.
fine, I guess. It's more like the ports or just pretty much kind of well by the end of the day that's what they are. They're just ports of the game. Not
Mm-hmm.
and it's nice that like oh I get to play the game on the go. Well, yeah, by the end of the day, it's not a new game, pretty much. It's not special in a way, I'd say.
Yeah. Unless it's like a
Yeah,
game we can't really imagine on the Switch, like The Witcher 3, for instance. That's kind of an
yeah,
example of
yeah,
where I'm like,
yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
yeah, most definitely. Yeah. I'll be surprised if they do yeah, what I said about the ports. They need to do something with the ports to just make it stand out, like or justify the that Switch tax.
Mm-hmm.
Like Saints Row 3 is out on the Switch right now, but that's like full price. That's like $50, $60 or whatever. But I could get Saints Row 3 used on Xbox 360 for like at least $10 or $5. So
Yikes.
yeah, I was like, I'm essentially paying the Switch tax for it. So they need something exclusive to stand out because even then, some games that are like ported to the Switch, they have like some exclusive features. Like I don't know, Nintendo cosmetics or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, or they
So
try to
yeah.
put things like gyro or touch controls or motion controls. Like I think LA
Yeah,
Noir had
yeah.
motion controls.
Yeah, that gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
That by the end of the day they don't really do much more with it.
Yeah, they basically just put them in because oh well, it's the Switch, so that's why.
Yeah. And then no one really not a lot of people use it, yeah. Um I think that's all I have to say about it. It's an okay presentation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, anything else you have to say, Bobby?
Like I said, I think I'll stay on to talk some more detail, but I want you to come on and at least have a good chunk of time to talk about your thoughts. But like I said, I thought overall, I don't know about like the best E3 presentation ever, but it might be the best of a meh bunch of
The
conferences.
best of a meh bunch. Yeah. Like I said before, just like every presentation, my expectations went from like high just to low. And then Nintendo was all like, just like,
Mm-hmm.
just ending with like Banjo and Zelda. That's yeah. I got so excited, but other than that, the entire E3, yeah, it's okay. It's inoffensive. It's okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
even
not the
at
best
that.
E3.
Yeah. No, not
Mhm,
even for Nintendo. Like when I think of really good Nintendo conferences, I think of ones like, E3 2010 when they showed the 3DS off, when they had, a bunch of
mhm,
games promised. This one is good, like, it's all encompassing, but I wouldn't call it like the best Nintendo conference or
mhm.
something like that.
Yeah. So okay. So thanks, Bobby, for having me
Mhm.
on.
Yeah, thanks for
I'll
coming
let
on, Ross.
you. I'll let you continue talking about Nintendo or whatever it is you like to talk about.
Yeah.
Maybe Xbox one day.
Yeah,
But
one
other than
day.
that, maybe.
Yeah, and for the people watching, I have a link down to Ross's Twitch channel, so be sure to go check him out there.
Yeah, and be sure to follow me because, well, I don't stream, but be sure to follow me because I like to see my numbers go higher for no reason. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you.
Yes.
So, all right, see ya.
All right. See ya, dude. All right. So, don't mind me. I'm coming back. I promise. Hold on. Give me a second. I just need to turn my webcam back on. No, don't make the live chat go away. And guys, please feel free to give your thoughts as well in the live chat. Don't be shy. I wanted to mainly dedicate at least the beginning of this. Oh no, it's frozen. Oh, there we go. The beginning of this discussion to Ross because he was in a jam. Like I said, I apologize that I couldn't get on earlier. I apologize an awful lot on this YouTube channel, don't I? But I wanted to give him a chance to talk. It's not that I have like nothing at all to say about Nintendo's conference. I just wanted to give Ross a minute. I hope it's not too laggy. I don't know why it is. Usually when I do these YouTube streams, it's okay, but for some reason tonight, yeah, couple issues. So please go right ahead and let me know your thoughts on the announcements. I'll go over. I'm gonna focus mainly on the ones that caught my attention. There's some ones that I didn't quite agree with Ross on that I'll clarify. But since I wanted him to talk as much as he wanted, that was why I didn't really say much at the beginning. So Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah, I would say I have pretty, or I don't know if I'd say if I have decent experience with Luigi's Mansion games, because I have more of like sort of an on and off relationship with Luigi's Mansion. I definitely remember playing, oh my god, playing Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube, and I used to know one of my classmates was like super into taking down I think the baby's name was Chauncey, and I think he showed me once on his GameCube. I do have a copy of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, but I'm currently stuck there. Some of the things did intrigue me in Luigi's Mansion 3. Like, yeah, I know the hotel location is silly, but they're not. But they can't call this game Hotel Luigi, because then that harkens back to that horrible CDI game, Hotel Mario. If you guys know Hotel Mario, please let me know in the live chat. But I thought they added some. It looks like they added some nice updates to the game mechanics, like how it's kind of like what Rich from Review Tech USA said. You basically now have the ability to body slam the ghosts, and you have the ability to like throw objects at them. And like I said, Luigi, I think, is kind of silly looking, but looks really helpful. The idea of this character who's able to like walk through spikes, and what else could he do? He can slip through vents, and although water kills Luigi. So I don't know. I guess in a way he's kind of like this game's equivalent of Poochie from Poochie in Yoshi's Woolly World. It's like the super invincible character, or that helps you out. Isn't like the main character in a sense, but has all these useful abilities. So I think that would be a more closer comparison for Luigi. So I thought Luigi's Mansion 3. It looks interesting. I mean, I'd definitely give it a shot. I don't know if I'd say it's like at the top of my list per se, but it is a game that I'm definitely willing to check out. What's another game that I thought interested me? My jaw dropped actually when I heard that Resident Evil 5 and 6 were coming to Switch, which is kind of funny because Resident Evil 5 and 6 are kind of seen as the black sheep of the Resident Evil franchise, because those two games have more of an emphasis on action than scares. I do want to play Resident Evil 5 though. It looks like a whole bunch of fun. Like, even if it's not like a traditional survival horror game, if you're just running around and shooting up zombies, I'm just like, hey, why not? That sounds kind of cool. I heard Resident Evil 6 gets ridiculous though. Like, my friend Siev and Shin, who you've seen in some of my videos, said that he thought that the game sounded ridiculous. So I don't know, but Resident Evil 5 sounds. And from a pure entertainment perspective, I would say Resident Evil 5 is more up my street. But, you guys could disagree with me in the live chat if you want. And what was the other game? It's funny. If you talk, I've noticed that some Nintendo fans on social media, if there's two kinds of games that certain Nintendo fans don't like, I'm not saying all of them by any means, because to an extent I like some. It seems like some of them have like a real distaste for the ports, like the Switch ports, and the anime games. Like, I don't know about that. I mean, the ports I honestly don't really mind, because like, hey, I'm fine with Wii U games coming to Switch, especially since the Wii U was a good system, but it didn't it didn't really sell that well. I mean, even the Switch now has sold more units than the Wii U. So the idea of like something like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe coming to Switch, I thought was pretty awesome. I actually wanted that as a launch title, to be really honest. And then in terms of the anime games, and no, I'm not one of those people that like hates anime. Like, I would say I'm much more casual when it comes to like just anime in general. Like, I like watching like the Studio Ghibli movies, and if my sis were to turn on an episode of like Naruto or Inuyasha, I'd be like, okay, fine. Though some of the anime games, not to make the anti-anime game community come after me, some of them at least, like, I would say caught my eye, like that game Demon, I think it's pronounced Demon, it's supposed to be pronounced Demon Ex Machina, which if I'm wrong, please let me know. But I thought that game looked really impressive. Like, I remember where, I was hearing Rich from Review Tech USA talk about it, and he was saying like it was one of those games that it looks too good to be on the Switch. And when I watched the the trailer they played during the Nintendo Direct, I was honestly blown away. I thought the textures looked really amazing. It played pretty smoothly. In terms of like, is this like the most standout game I've ever seen? I can't quite say that. I'm sure skeptics are gonna look at this game and say stuff like, oh, it looks like Gundam or it looks like Zone of the Enders. But on its own, I mean, obviously I have to play the game and to know if it's good or bad. I mean, if somebody were to say, hey, you want to try this game out, I would say, yeah, sure, why not? So, yeah, I mean, it looks, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a hard game, but I'd still give it a chance. Astral Chain, I talked about it in my Nintendo E3 2019 wishlist video. I definitely really want to give that game a shot. I mean, it's got Platinum Games written all over it. I mean, Astral Chain, it honestly, it really does remind me of Nier Automata in a sense, at least in terms of like how the platforming and the hack and slash work. Like, it is like, at least from the trailers, it is quintessential Platinum right there. What else interested me? It's funny. I did say in my a predictions video that I didn't want like third party games like Doom Eternal and Wolfenstein 2. I mean, Wolfenstein Youngblood to just get sidelined. But with how many games they showed off in this Nintendo Direct, I'm honestly not surprised as to why they kind of mentioned Doom Eternal and Wolfenstein Youngblood toward the tail end of the conference, but not too much. But then again, with all these games being shown off, some of which I kind of felt, I don't know about this being in the main Direct. Like, I forgot. It was that Netflix show that Ross brought up, which, hey, if that's something that interests you, that's cool, but I'm just like, Yeah, I wanted to see more about from something like Doom Eternal or Wolfenstein Youngblood. What kind of has me nervous is that even though Doom Eternal has a release date of November 22nd, the Nintendo Direct video said Doom Eternal coming soon. So I'm wondering, does this mean that Doom Eternal for the Switch is being delayed? Which I'm wondering, like, let me see, did Bethesda or id clarify? Because I don't know, that's really weird. I mean, if they have to work on it, like to get the Switch version to run as good as at least the first version of Doom 2016 on the Switch, then I totally understand. And yeah, no, I don't really see. Maybe somebody asked them, hey, does this go for the Switch version as well? Yeah, I don't really see it. But I don't know. I mean, like, selfishly, I would like to see Doom Eternal come out the same day as it does on the other consoles. But if it has to be delayed to be tweaked up, I hope Bethesda, clears up, what's going on with Doom Eternal on the Switch, because this is really weird. So yeah, but I would say something that does give me hope is that Wolfenstein Youngblood and what was that other Mortal Kombat 11? Like, Mortal Kombat 11 came out the same day as it did for the other consoles, and even though, like I said, it's kind of low res and you could see a lot of like pixelation, it's still a very playable game. Like, if Switch is the only version you can get, I would say, yeah, go right ahead and go for it. If you're a newcomer, you better learn your fatalities, though. It's so funny, not to go off on a tangent with Mortal Kombat 11, but it's so funny how, like, probably the most famous thing about the Mortal Kombat franchise is the fatalities, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm very casual when it comes to fighting games, but I'm just like, oh yeah, you gotta pull off combos and stand in a very specific spot to pull off fatalities depending on the character you're playing. So, okay. But anyway, Panzer Dragoon. Like, honestly, ever since I've learned about the Sega Saturn, like, I spent a lot of time watching like documentaries on the Sega Saturn on YouTube, and I saw that game Panzer Dragoon. I was like, if somebody gave me a Sega Saturn, I would want to play a Panzer Dragoon. Like, that definitely seems really up my street. And I was really concerned because I know Sega hasn't done too much with Panzer Dragoon aside from putting it in their Sonic kart racing game, but I didn't really see them do too much with it. So I'm honestly really down to play the remake for Switch. And then, surprisingly, one of the most hyped games I've had for E3 next to Doom Eternal was honestly... I shouldn't laugh, because I like playing these games. Animal Crossing New Horizons, which, you know, it's funny. Like, when I heard the name New Horizons, I was like, huh? I mean, I get why they call it New Horizons, you know, because, you know, hey, you know, you're starting a new, basically starting a new life. You're setting up a deserted island this time, which, hey, that's, you know, that seems pretty different and crazy for an Animal Crossing game, but it's just like New Horizons. Couldn't you pick a more creative title? But I don't know. The game itself, you know, is definitely, you know, it's definitely